and we'll begin Steel Partners Holdings' second Investor Day. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming. Hope lunch was good. Over the last number of years, we have executed on our business simplification plan. What we were trying to do is create one Steel by buying in the minority interests of the public companies that we didn't own. Obviously, we're all very focused on creating value for all of our stakeholders, but importantly for our shareholders, and we are aligned. We own many good brands, as you guys will be able to see and hear as we go through the presentations. Our strategy and philosophy is the same today as it was in 1990 when we started investing. We invest on the basis of value, not popularity. Our senior management team, they're here today, myself and Jack, Bill Fegis, who's president or chief executive officer. There's so many structures and titles, but he's our guy. Doug Woodworth, who's our chief financial officer. Len McGill, our general counsel. Paul Bergen, head of corporate development, M&A. And Pete Marciniak, who's head of human resources. One of very important positions, and is head of our new initiative to be able to recruit and retain people. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Bill.
Warren mentioned culture, and the Steel Way is really about culture, and we started a journey about 10 years ago in 2008 of building the Steel Way, the culture around the steel business system. And as Warren said, everybody has their business system, but I think the house here shows we really have built what we think is a robust system of tools, a portfolio of tools to use to help our businesses be successful. And I think a key part about the tools is these are just not about manufacturing these tools. These are really enterprise-wide tools. They go all the way from strategy creation to new product development to our manufacturing processes, as well as our transactional processes.
It's my pleasure to introduce you to Steel Energy Services, the energy sector of Steel Partners. Steel Energy Services provides an entire suite of well servicing products and services to the well servicing business. We have well servicing solutions, we have workover rigs, we have 24-hour drill out rigs, we have snubbing, flowback, but we have a strong geographical presence in the oil and gas fields that we operate in. We are located in 7 different states, North Dakota, Montana, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Wyoming, and Texas. And we service a lot of the major oil and gas companies, some of the top tier companies you can see noted there on the right of that slide.
My privilege to be here today. I'm excited to have the opportunity this afternoon to share with you a few slides on WebBank. As Warren mentioned, WebBank is a Utah industrial chartered bank that's FDIC insured that provides consumer and commercial financing solutions nationwide. From a product innovation standpoint, the bank has focused over the last couple of years on building out and strengthening its credit capabilities by adding personnel with sophistication to support the held to maturity business and to help us look for opportunities where we can make good returns on the assets that we have access to.
Good afternoon. I'm excited to talk about our merger and acquisition activity and program today. We've been very active in building and pruning our portfolio of companies over the last several years. We've brought in Handy and Harman SLI and Steel Excel, as you know, but we've acquired a total of 19 companies since 2012, and we've divested 6 companies or product lines. These numbers include the acquisitions made by SLI, Handy, and Steel Excel as well. In summary, we believe we've been able to be highly successful in a challenging and difficult buy-side environment through a proactive strategy and essentially playing to our strengths. through applying the Steel Business System and capturing synergies as applicable through good execution, we feel that the acquisitions that we've made over the last several years have been very successful on the whole.
Thank you all for coming. I know that many of you come to hear the HR person talk, so I'll try not to let you down during the presentation. As Warren and Bill discussed the Steel Way, two pieces of that culture are Steel Grow and Steel Care, and they're more than the cute logos that you're going to see on the slides coming up, but they're real passions that we have to support the long-term growth and maintain and recruit the high-performing employees that we want at Steel Partners. Everything you see on this slide, except for Ward's continuation of having a CEO summits, is something that we enhanced in Steel Grow since our last investor meeting.
So thank you, everyone. So I'm just going to give a brief overview of how all the numbers that they spoke about and how it all rolls up. So as they indicated, our revenue growth continues to be strong. Our EBITDA margins remain strong at 12%. Looking at our balance sheet, it also remains strong. The slight increase in total assets is largely due to our organic growth in 2017. Our cash and investments continue to grow. That's both because of our investments in Steel Grow, BW, as well as performance of the underlying investments and returns on those investments.
So Warren and I focus on, the priorities of the business each year, and the main ones include capital allocation. Since we became a public company in 2009, we've either purchased Steel Partners units, the company's bought back Steel Partners units. We're going to continue to focus on acquisitions. We have really good management throughout the organization, leaders at various business units, and have done a very good job of growing their businesses or improving them. And then the Steel Way, which obviously everybody's been talking about, but we think that will, over the long term, continue to drive improvements in the underlying businesses we own and the businesses we acquire.
Well, thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed lunch and the presentation. And if you have any follow-up questions, feel free. Thank you all.